Yes, what's happening, people? It's your boy Steve-O, and I'm very jealous right now because on the phone right now I have someone who's sat in a nice warm studio in LA. The legend, it's an honor to speak to her as well. It's the one and only Chilli. What you say, Chilli?
Hi, how are you?
You know, I'm wet, I'm cold. It's alright. I'm not too bad.
It's cold? Wait, why is it cold? It's almost July.
No, Chilli, you really don't understand how the UK works. It's cold all the time. All the time.
Really?
Sorry, Chilli, but we don't get the weather like you guys over there. We don't get to enjoy the sun, the heat. Doesn't happen.
I know, but I was in London in July and it was like 85 degrees or 80.
You must have brought it with you.
I brought It was kind of cloudy though still, but it was nice.
So like, where have you guys been? Because, you know, it's been like 15 years since he's heard anything from you guys. You guys are kind of like disappeared, doing your own thing, TV shows, movies, etc. Like, what have you guys been up to?
Well, first of all, we've been touring this whole time, you know, and like you said, we haven't recorded any new music, but we've still been working. And T-Boz had some stuff she was doing solo, and me and myself as well. But honestly, you know, if it were up to me, we would have had some new music out, you know, in between that time. But it just didn't work out that way because, you know, T-Boz wasn't really excited about making new music. And, you know, so I was kind of getting on her nerves, but I kept saying, we got to do it. Come on, man. Come on. You know, everything that I was doing, I would always involve her just so visually people would see that TLC was still together and never broke up and would never break up.
So it's basically just not an option.
No, it's not an option.
So talking about the music, let's take it back a few years. Now, when you guys first started out, did you guys ever think, you know, you guys would go on to be platinum selling artists, winning awards, you know, being seen as icons, etc.? Was that the plan? Was that the kind of the goal to it?
It was definitely a goal for me. I mean, I'm sure that's what they wanted as well, but I would talk about it all the time. Like when we first came out, I would say to the girls, we're going to be the biggest girl group ever. I'm telling you, watch and see. We're going to be so big and we're going to be in the Guinness Book World Records. And Tion, when we talk about it today, she'll say, yeah, they were just kind of looking at me like, okay. But it was something that I truly felt, because I felt like we were a special kind of group even then. You know, I don't know if you can call it some kind of little tingly intuition, something I had, but I always felt that we would do something pretty big. So we're so blessed. We're very blessed that, you know, a lot of that happened.
Now, keeping it on a whole old school vibe, I've been on a couple of tours and I've had the pleasure of touring with some big names, one including Boyz II Men. We started talking about, you know, that era and how hard it was for female groups to come on, you know, do their thing and the albums, etc. And TLC was very much mentioned in the conversation, to the point that one of the guys even said that you yourself was very competitive with regards to album sales. Now, is that right?
Yes. Was it Nate?
Yeah, it was Nate. So the last figure I was told was that Nate came to you and said, yo, Chilli, we're at 6 million. But I never found out if you guys actually ever beat him.
Yes, we did. It's so, oh my God, I had no idea he told that story too, because I tell that story. And he did, like we were all on tour together and Nate used to come up because I think End of the Road was out and he would say, yeah, we're at 5 million. And I'd just be like, oh. And I was like, okay, that's good, you know, because I knew, you know, we were selling, but we weren't, you know, there yet. And then when the video for Waterfalls came out, I talked to him. I say, yeah, we're at 6 million. And then they were kind of like a staggering 7, and then we passed them. So we always looked at the guys as competition.
See, he never told me that.
Oh, I know he didn't tell you that part.
See, he just ended it with, we don't know the figure.
Whatever. We did. We passed them, left them in the dust.
So moving on and talking about the new album, is that what you guys are expecting with this one? Are you expecting the big sales? Are you expecting you guys to hit the, you know, the big numbers again?
Yeah, you know what? I'm hoping that, I mean, yes, as an artist, you want to sell a lot of records because that means more people can, you know, they're listening to your music. And so, I mean, I hope that happens. Most importantly, I hope that whoever gets our album and listens to the songs, that there are a few songs on there that can touch you and help you, you know, with whatever situation you may be going through. That's what I really hope for.
Okay, so talking about the music and talking about the album, I had the pleasure of listening to the new album.
Okay.
And I talked about the music and talked about the tunes on the album. Like, for me, I know there's going to be certain songs off the album that are going to be requested. And there's going to be a couple of lady anthems on there that I just know I'm mentally preparing myself. Like, because I'm not allowed to swear, I'm just going to say, hey, mother.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I'm just waiting to play it in a club and just sitting back and just waiting to see what happens. Because, you know, I think there's going to be a couple of guys just kind of with their back against the wall thinking, what is going on?
Right? And just kind of sit back. That is so funny. But you know, every guy's not an A mother. You know what I'm saying? So they wouldn't be talking about you.
Who, me? Nah, I'm a married man. I'm cool. I'm good. You know, I'm easy.
But you know what? But there are some married people where the husband might do something crazy and the wife might say, "Hey, mother, look." You know what I'm saying? So you're not excluded just because you're married.
So like, you guys are known for like creating singles that are club anthems, are bangers, and you know, you guys make these tunes that last around for 15 years. Like, it's just crazy.
Thank you.
Like, even now, like, I'm of a certain age and I still get requested for the Scrubs, the Creep, the Waterfalls. Like, and these people coming up to me like 18, 19, 20.
What?
Do you find it crazy knowing that you have a fan base that goes from a very, very young age into like 40s, 50s? Like, how crazy is it?
Listen, it does. It's a trip to me because you only hope and pray that, you know, you have a wide range of of fans like that. You know, I was in the airport the other day and I'm telling you, I know this girl was like 11. She was not older than 11. And she saw me and got so excited and looked at her parents who clearly, they knew me. And she was like, "Oh my God, Mom, do you know who this is? That's Chilli. Like, she was like schooling her mom and she's 11. It just warmed my heart in the most way that, oh my God, I just hugged her. That's all I could do was just hug her so tight because that made me feel so good that we have fans that young.
Yeah, like, it's crazy. Like, I could be at a club, I can play in anywhere, and I can play in all the new stuff. So the new Drake, the new Kendrick, the new Nicki Minaj, you know, all the hot stuff right now. But as soon as I drop a TLC track, I hear screams from left, right to center, and everybody's singing along. Like, it's just crazy. So having that knowledge that the UK is here and the UK is like loving TLC right now, and they have done for many, many years. I know you guys did the Coco in London. Like, how was the response? How did you feel knowing that the UK have that energy for you?
Oh my gosh, yes. That love was just, it was just amazing to get from them. I mean, we were at the Coco and it was just so loud and just full of love and joy, and people were singing along and dancing, and I'm telling you, it was amazing. It was definitely by far one of my favorite performances of, you know, my career. And the fact that, you know, we have not been there to, you know, to perform for you guys over the years and get that kind of love still to this, you know, at this time. I mean, it was amazing. So we can't wait to come back.
Oh, wow. So you guys are coming back?
Yes, we have plans to come back in the fall to tour.
Yes. This is the news I've been waiting for. So are you guys just going to stick to London, or are you going to go kind of further afield?
Yeah, we're trying to hit a few places.
Right, now on a totally different subject, right? When you get these interviews, these are big interviews. You need to do your research, you need to know your stuff, and you kind of need to call a few people and kind of make sure, you know, like, yo, listen, I'm interviewing Chilli from TLC. Is there anything you can give me? Now, a friend of mine in the States, I sent him a little email saying, yo, bro, I remember when, like, you mentioned that you were doing stuff with TLC. Is there anything you can tell me about Chilli? And he told me that Chilli from TLC gives the best presents ever.
I give the best presents?
Apparently, you like to give very, very big presents, wrapped up, all singing, all dancing, with just a brick in it.
Oh. Oh my my God, yes, that was very true.
My friend from many years ago obviously worked in the studio, and he remembers he actually carried the box in, and he remembers this guy being really excited because obviously it was Chilli from TLC, he got him a big present and all this and all that, and then he opened it and it was just a brick with a note on it.
Yeah, it said something like, "This is for all the presents that you've never given me," or something like that, because he was just, you know.
You know, this is probably where you got the lyrics for Hey Mother.
You know what? Yes. I'm sure you just deep-rooted, yeah, from back in the day. It's like, okay, you know what? I mean, because I definitely had a couple Aye mothers, for sure.
Chilli, it's been an absolute honour speaking to you and just getting a chance to get to know you, and I'm sure the UK are so looking forward to seeing you guys back on stage and not just in London.
Oh, same here, and I am shocked. I can't believe you really did your research, because when I tell you, no one has ever asked me about those two situations that you just mentioned.
Yo, Chilli, what can I say? I know people.
You are very connected. I better be careful.
Either way, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the UK.
I'm looking forward to seeing you too.